unexplainable feeling when you can't bring yourself to study. Like when you know you have to, but there's just this invisible wall of anxiety that's like blocking you away from it. If you have ever panicked and stressed out over a test instead of actually revising and then felt like a failure afterwards, then you know what I mean. And here's the thing, procrastination is not logical, it's emotional. If studying makes you feel anxious, then this would change everything. As a student who's currently studying in year 11, I have heard and also experienced myself this crushing feeling of anxiety when you have to study. And it's just that feeling when you can't even bring yourself to sit on the desk and open up your textbook because you feel like you're behind no matter what. You feel like a failure. Even if you know that you have to study and there's a test next week or whatever, you just end up procrastinating somehow. The thing is, many people mistake this procrastination and inability to focus as like a technical issue. For example, like not being organized enough with your time and your tasks. But I've realized that this is not as straightforward as many people make it out to be. Many people actually procrastinate because studying makes them feel uncomfortable. It forces you to face what you don't know and realize that you're not as smart as you think that you are. Like every time you open up your notes, your brain does a quick scan of like, okay, am I gonna feel overwhelmed? Am I gonna feel stupid? So this is why your nervous system avoids your tasks because it wants to protect you. And you're not really avoiding the work itself, you're avoiding the feeling that you would have to feel inevitably if you were to study. But here's the mindset shift you need to hear. If you feel like every day you're going to class and you keep being faced with what you don't know. Every day you go in, you sit down and you study, and you're only ever reminded that you have no idea what you're doing, that is actually amazing. If the only thing you're learning is how much you don't know, then every single time you're in that situation, you're learning something. Because you're gaining more knowledge than you have yesterday. And every time that you're in the situation of knowing what you don't know, you're already ahead of the people who keep going to class and who keep feeling like they know everything. Knowing what you don't know is actually one of the most underrated school experiences because that's the only way you know more. That's the only way you build up your bank of knowledge. It's by filling in the gaps of what you don't know. So don't ever view being a beginner or being inexperienced as a disadvantage, okay? Now that we've got that out of the way, I need you to realize that you don't need better time management. You just need emotional regulation. Like a lot of the times it's not about the actual organization, the actual like time blocking that you can't do. It's just facing the fear of studying. You avoid it not because you don't care, but because you care too much about it. If studying makes your chest feel tight and makes you freeze up, that's not a character flaw, and it doesn't mean that you lack discipline. You don't need to be harsher with yourself. You just need to be a little bit gentler so that you can actually move. No one ever teaches us that there's an emotional layer to productivity, and so we always blame ourselves. Like, if my time management is not the problem, then clearly there's got to be something wrong with me. There's got to be something innate that just isn't right. But here's the thing, like you can never schedule your way out of fear. Even if you have like the perfect study plan, it wouldn't work if your nervous system is literally in flight or flight. Okay? Like no matter how good of a plan you have, it doesn't work if your brain doesn't want to cooperate. So the first thing you have to do is ease yourself into it, lower the stakes, and realize before you can actually start implementing whatever plan or schedule you have. Once you regulate the emotion, the time will take care of itself. The whole process becomes a lot easier. Right now, you don't need more pressure, you need more compassion. The students who are really successful are not the ones that are calmer, they are just the ones who learn to start while they are uncomfortable. At the end of the day, we're all still learning how to try. Until next time, keep trying your best because that's more than enough. And I'll see you in the next video.